Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 5, Episode 13, What Watches...
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
The God
Right
Carver
away.
Rizzolo.
Oh my god, no.
What?
You
Did I get cut out? Did I? Am I back?
After you
Welcome to episode with that.
Of course I did. Of
We
course
just
I
did
did.
that, and we were like, we just started.
Of course.
what
Let me just
happened?
close out. Let me close out Chrome and my Chrome for music, just in case. That'll help. That'll help. So let's bring in our wonderful cast, shall we? This is season 5, episode 13. What watches in stillness? Let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Khan as Eldritch as Khan, the God Carver Rizzolo.
Always great to be here. After a bit of a break, I gotta say.
It's been like 5 weeks off. Yeah. Shane as Fleet Admiral Zavid.
Hey.
Elliot as Reese Guiltleaf, the Secret Scourge.
I've got retro sours and they're very tasty.
Oh, well, I blurred that out. And Ash as Hierophant, Danny Ariot.
Happy first day of fall, y'all.
Ooh, yes,
Hell yeah.
happy fall indeed. As always, I'm Lumpy Bronze Arm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra loomed high over the planet of Castrovel. Aboard the Sunrise Maiden, a starship from days long...
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Don't react. Just let them
Reese,
talk.
yeah, Reese barked orders at... Yeah, am I here?
Yep.
Okay, good. As Reese barked orders at the gastronaut crew to run to the stern, weighing down the back of the ship with ballast to lift the wings. Due to the sudden turbulence, Khan accidentally made a large streak across her recent painting, which snapped her back to attention. Quickly jumping into action, Khan's analysis showed that they had flown through a massive electromagnetic field, frying the gyroscopic navigation systems. As the ship screamed through the atmosphere, Zavid mustered all his strength and sailing skill, tracing burning S-curves across the sky. When the ground was within spitting distance, Danny cast a powerful teleport spell, bumping the Sunrise Maiden up a couple of meters. Just enough to prevent the ship from slamming into the ground, it slid for nearly a mile, leveling trees and foliage along its entire path. And suddenly it came to a stop, only the sound of the red alert whooping in their ears. As everyone did a roll call, Captain Nash and the swarm auto-gnome began to run diagnostics and put out fires. Thankful to simply be on the ground in one piece, Lux Et Umbra exited the ship to take account of their surroundings. Using her telepathy and beast speech ability, Danny could hear the frightened scattering of woodland creatures unused to witnessing objects falling from orbit. However, one voice stood over the rest, a squawky voice coming from the bushes, claiming this to be just like the others from the sky. Through mutual curiosity about one another, Danny was able to coax the creature from out of its hiding spot. A black-feathered kenku introduced themselves as Cory No, a trapper and wandering jungle chef. The bird person was only too pleased to finally meet someone capable of speaking their tongue. Though at first unintelligible to the rest, Zavid realized he had procured a wand of tongues from the Pride Festival recently and used its magic to aid communication. Cory No revealed that Lux Et Umbra was not the first fireball to fall from the sky. Another, made of flesh, had landed to the east 2 days prior. With much back and forth with Zavid, Cory No realized that Lux Et Umbra was trying to reach Loskialua, the Temple of the 12. Unfortunately, the Nyarlathotep bioship had made landfall much closer to the temple, and were thus at an advantage. Realizing they would need a local guide to survive the magic-stealing jungles of Castrovel, Cory No agreed to accompany Lux Et Umbra to the temple. Further on they trekked into the thick green canopy. After a few hours, the trees opened into a wide clearing. Reese paused to remember the reading he had done the night before on the beasts of Castrovel, realizing the trees here had been trampled down by massive herbivores called yaruks. Not a moment later, Khan spotted the 30-foot-tall, 6-legged matriarch walking alongside her calf. Taking a moment to appreciate the majesty before moving on, Reese felt the footfall of what was not of the yaruks. A towering Nishalora, hyper-carnivore and apex predator of Castrovel, emerged from behind a tree grove. Simultaneously, from the other flank, 3 speedy Rencrota, reptilian pack hunters, sprinted towards the calf. As the mother and Nishalora began pitched battle, the Rencrota pounced on the calf. Lux Et Umbra knew what must be done, and so sprang into action. Zavid caused a distraction by ringing the bullhorn dinner bell. Reese peppered the carnivores with elemental arrows from a safe distance, while Khan snuck into backstabbing range. Danny tried to save the calf by blasting the Rencrota with ice, but to little effect. The fight was bloody, but an idea came to the Queen of Druma. Danny reached out to the Nishalora in its mind and made a deal with it. Leave the Uruks and us alone, and we will help you kill the Rencrota for food. Amazingly, the titanic beast agreed, turning its eyes to the smaller, faster foes. Within moments, the Rencrota lay dead, the Uruks bleeding, and the towering Nishalora trumpeting its victory to the world. After healing up the matriarch and her calf, the beasts said their thanks to Lux Et Umbra and safely walked into the jungles of Castrovel. And that's where we come in today. It's been quite a while, so that was a bit of a long one. Wanted to make sure all of you remembered exactly what happened, especially since Shane wasn't here with us. We come in a large, wide clearing right where we left off. The Nishalora, the large Tyrannosaurus Rex type creature, had taken the bodies of the Rencrota as its prize, and the large herbivores have walked off. Corino runs up from out of the bushes and says to each of you, "Oh, that was incredible! Amazing you were able to take three of those out and get rid of the big one without a fight! Amazing!"
Corey, no, I will never forget what happened. You and I, we have created a bond that
An
only we know.
unshakable bond
I look at your
between the
eyes
two
and
of
we
us.
just know what's going on.
We are brothers, you and I,
We are
Savine.
brothers. We've created. I will never forget you for the rest of my life.
Oh, yes, indeed. An unshakable brotherhood bond has been formed
Yeah.
between the Kenku and Savine in this short time. Oh, this is going to be a silly one, I get the feeling. So, what do you all do now that the combat is over? I think you all healed up, so you don't have to worry about heal. Except Zavid, you have a little bit of 22 damage, hardly any. So you have a little.
Just do a quick,
scrapes.
just do
I
a quick
scuffed
lay on
my
hands.
knee.
Yeah, quick lay on hands. Well, I don't need to deal with it. I'll just get rid of this 22 wounds. That's nothing at this level. So, Corino says to you, "Well, we should probably get out of the wide open here. There are more predators than just those about in the jungles."
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I just hope that we don't find any, little baby creatures that need our help. That seems to be the way that most of our progress is slowed.
Baby creatures, there are eggs everywhere at this time of year. Never know. But,
Yes.
since
Baby
it's been
creatures?
a while, here's
I could
the
have
map.
baby creatures.
The map of the world where you are. For the moment, you only need to focus on the continent of Ukulam in the top left of the image. All the rest of that map it's essentially Starfinder stuff, so it's not relevant at all to this game. So I've put a little circle where the ship crashed and an arrow pointing to where you currently are. That's kind of a big open clearing there where there aren't many trees. And then let me show you, enter drawing mode. If you look over to the northeast along the Singing Range Mountains, there's a point called Loskialua. That is the Temple of the 12. So you know that this is where you've been sent to go by King Sherrick Assyrian. It's been a while, so I'm trying to refresh everyone on what's going on,
That's
where
fine.
you're trying to go, all that
We
stuff.
gotta get to this mountain.
Yeah, so basically you just need to go northeast in a straight line, is essentially what Corino is telling you.
All right.
Okay.
I think we have a couple options. I prepared some spells. Specifically, I've got a spell that allows us to skirt the light at the feet. That means we can it's called Umbral Walk. So we can go kind of into the Shadow Plane to like fast travel. We did this in Assyrian.
Mhm.
We could do that here to like cut down the travel time by like orders of magnitude. And we can skip the line, get ahead of everybody else. But a little imprecise, which means I would also cast is this the wrong fucking it is. I put it there's a Google Doc I gotta find. Wanderer's Guide, and I think
Mhm.
Find the Path or Find the Way,
Sure.
show the way, something like that. Basically, those are going to give us an inspired route to our destination. That means that we're not going to get lost, and we would ignore difficult terrain or like severely reduce our penalties to movement. So, the combination of these spells should get us there within hours.
True. One thing to note, again, just because it's been a while, you are on Castrovel. Because of the nature of Rovagug absorbing energies from all the planets, you have had magics pulled from you. Like, remember, I took away your extra spell slots that were 2 below your
Yeah.
maximum, number 1. And then number 2, it costs more spells to cast things. So you're more than welcome to cast those spells, but they will cost additional spell slots to cast. And this is why I
Okay.
told you to specifically prepare all your stuff, was for that.
I did. I didn't realize I had to do 2 spells, so that's all right.
Yes.
I
So,
still want to
but
do
you can
that.
choose. You can choose the way you do it. You can either burn an additional slot of the same level. You can burn 1 slot higher, or you can burn 2, 1 lower.
Let's
Any of
see.
those 3 is your choice for how you can cast any spell you want. So, like,
Let's see.
you can still cast a 10th level spell. It's just you also have to burn 2 9th level slots to do so.
That's crazy. We're gonna do. Where are you? Where are you?
Where are you?
Wanderer's Guide says can't get lost and reduce movement penalty from difficult land or terrain for overland travel, and it lasts until our next long rest. So that just lasts.
And that's for everybody.
That's a level 3, so I'll burn 2 level 3s for that.
Sick. Just
Okay,
in
and
case, if you don't have to cast that individually, correct? Because Reese does not need that. As a high level ranger, he's already like immune
This
to
is for the
greater
group. It just
difficult.
hits us all.
Cool. Okay, great.
And then I'm gonna do Show the Way at level 6, which greatly reduces movement penalty from difficult terrain and overland travel. This lasts for 8 hours.
Awesome.
And I will do another 6th level spell. So I'm just like coloring
What's this
them in.
look
I'm filling
like?
it in.
Like you're powering up. What does this kind of look like?
Well, Show the Way is like 10 minutes because it's a more pronounced effect, the 6th level spell. But Wanderer's Guide, which lasts longer, is like a lighter thing. That's 1 minute, and so it's just sort of like, I think I would be taking a page out of, when I made a Rot Trot with Dirge's help. It's sort of like
Yes.
I'm pulling from that experience to try to like, like I'm not a druid, but I can like, it's like when you connect to a system with a little dongle, you're like, all right, I'm hacking into the druid magic. We're gonna figure this out. So I kind of do like a meditation pose, and then my shadows start to kind of like warble and become more like liquid and move around, and I get like multiple shadows as they spread, and then suddenly they come back to like their normal shape. I'm like, and done. After that, it's I have so the Skirt the Light is a feat thing. That is not a spell slot.
Okay,
That is just like
great.
an innate thing.
Yeah,
So
any
does that
ability
cost-
that isn't a spell slot, you are free to use as your leisure.
All right, in
It's
that case, I will
spells.
do that. We do Umbral Journey. That's going to last up to 8 hours. And we can basically use. They don't call it the Shadow Plane anymore. They renamed
yeah.
it to the Netherworld, which
The
I love.
Netherworld.
I actually
do like the
that.
Netherworld. It reminds me of
So-
Beetlejuice.
We're going to the Netherworlds, baby. Let's go.
I think
Uh,
also what Reese will add to that.
Yeah. Any prep, anything you want to do to help speed this up, speak up now.
Yeah,
This is a great. You're
I've-
doing overland travel right now. You want
Yeah.
to reduce this as much as possible because they're 2 days ahead of you.
Yeah, I think what I forgot what the feat is, but the one that basically like blinds their senses or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's foil senses.
Foil
Con
senses.
also has that.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
me and Con can pretty
Mm-hmm.
much put our brains together and do foil senses with that, so then we're not
One in the back, one in the
detectable.
front.
Yep.
Like the one in the
All
back
right.
can be covering tracks. The one in the front can be like getting rid of scent, that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So we go to the
Con-
Shadow Plane. We get a divine path, and we get to ignore difficult terrain. We're covering our scent and our sight and tracks, all that stuff. And it says here, cover 3 days worth of ground in 1 hour. So,
Wow.
Damn.
Ooh.
so if they're 2 days ahead of us, we're gonna be able to eclipse them in just an hour.
Good.
Pretty much. Let me see here. So, yeah. All right. So you begin to enter into this netherworld. All of the color drains from your surroundings. This vibrant green, and that's everywhere, begins to just gray. And are you still on? Is everyone still on that map of the overworld? I think I
The
can-
green.
Yeah, the Castrovel the world map. Here, let me just reshare it. Just in case. This.
Oh,
Uh,
that, yes.
Let me see. Where we go? There we go. Everything goes gray around you. The color leaks from the trees as you enter the netherworld. And you begin to take steps, and it's almost like your legs stretch out for tens of feet in front of you as you walk. It's like you feel like you're Gumby stretching out, made of Play-Doh, stretch Armstrong in front of you. And you're able to make lots of progress on this. Give me perception checks
All right.
as you're walking, because this is like a whole hour. So this is an overland travel. Yeah, perception checks. Con and Reese are stealthy.
Let's
Forgot the
see.
dice got all
That's it.
huge.
I guess it worked. Yeah, I was like, I thought I had to do it in the box, but they opened it up.
That's right. Okay, and then Con. Okay, looks like only Danny notices. As you're traveling overland, Danny, let me see if I got a picture of it somewhere. Yes, I do. You spot something off in the distance, Danny. Up, pointing out of the canopy of the trees, you see a large stone obelisk. Looks like the Washington Monument, honestly, but it's covered in moss and vines. Normally, it's pretty easy to see why the rest of the group didn't notice it because it's green. It just looks like the rest of its surroundings, but it sticks up out of its surroundings.
What does it look like it's made of?
Stone, but it's mostly covered in vines and moss. So from this distance, you can't tell what kind of stone. It
Who's
mostly looks like a plant.
who's next to me?
Probably Zavid or Corey, no, because Reese is either Reese or
I'm
Con
in
are in the
front.
front and the other's in back. So Con's in back.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means Zavid would be closest, right?
Probably.
Um, hey Zavid, what's that
Mm.
big pointy green thing ahead of us?
It's like a tree with no leaves. Like
Looks
that's
like it's made looks like it's made of stone. I don't Out of curiosity, do I recognize it if since I was here before or no?
You weren't in this area of the world, so you
Okay.
don't really recognize it, especially not from this distance moving as quickly as you are. You would probably need to get up close to it and take a better look to get any more information. From your distance, like Zavid says, it just looks like a tree with no branches.
I can't move. I have to stay on the inspired path to keep the spell. This goes off unless this is our destination,
It's not,
which you
but you could pause it. I'd allow you to pause it.
okay. All right, so I can see it still then the
Yeah.
path, but I can walk. Okay, so
I'll let you pause your spells.
all right, I'll do that then. Cautiously walk over and be like, "So, what do you think it is?"
What if I lick it?
You can't quite get up that close to it. Let me throw you onto a new map here. Down there. And we'll share. So you come to kind of a little bit of a clearing. There are still trees everywhere, foliage everywhere. Um, Everyone give me another perception check now that you're... Oh, and did the map load so far? It shouldn't be
All I
loading.
see are some trees. I haven't
Okay,
seen
yeah.
any map
Oh
load
yeah.
yet.
Go Reese.
Oh, there we go.
Good
I just needed to
Reese.
get
Yeah,
closer,
nailed.
apparently.
Yeah, seriously, you were just focused on covering your tracks.
Literally.
Or where you were
I'm
going, rather.
I am lagging so hard. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was
Focus,
taking a minute to
focus.
load.
Yep, okay. Well, Reese... Oh, natural 20, Con, and a 19.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
So,
Damn.
well,
It's
okay,
gross
let's
and I
see.
hate it.
So, Danny and Reese, you both get regular
You mean-
successes.
What? Oh yeah. We're regular. Sorry, you're good.
Yeah, Danny and Reese, you both get a regular success. So, what you see first is you spot some animals in the trees. They look like little monkeys, but they
I want it.
have membranous webbing under their arms, their front arms. Um, and they're little like pink. They've got very short fur, so you can kind of see their pink skin.
Can you do a
But you can
beast lore?
see, you can absolutely do a beast lore, and let me make them visible on the map. There are 6 of them.
They got
They're
little
very
stingers on
difficult to
their
see.
tails.
Yeah, they do have little stingers on their tails. They're very, very difficult to see on the map, but
Oh my god.
there are 6 of them.
That's
Monkey.
funny. That's a monkey. That's all I know.
And
That's a
yeah,
monkey.
yeah, that is a monkey. That's what you know, Reese. It is. Those are monkeys.
You want
But
a banana?
Con, yeah. Anyone is able to roll nature on those if you'd like,
I
or Con, you can roll Arcana.
I will
Sure.
roll a nature.
Yeah, Reese critically failed on his beast lore.
That's the funniest thing.
Okay.
Are these
oh,
on the
there we
shadow
go.
plane, or are we seeing these through the shadow plane?
No,
Like,
these are on the material plane. You're seeing them you're seeing them through it.
I see. Okay.
So,
So we've already got kind of a warped perception of
yeah,
them.
they're already got a little bit of a warped perception. So, yeah, Khan, you and Danny both know these are Kaukarikis. They are known as that because of their call. They kind of sound like Kaukariki up in the trees, Kaukariki, all the time calling to each other. They eat fruit. They are little tricksters. So yeah, they're known to pull pranks, but they aren't really dangerous unless there's dozens and dozens of them that swarm you at once. But as far as you can tell, there's only about 6 of them in here. But with that
I'm
nat
going to-
20 perception check, Khan spots something else. Way off to the north, directly north of you, you see what appears to be like a big tree. Do you see there's like a big bushy tree to the right of that obelisk?
Yeah.
Khan realizes that is actually a massive creature with trees on its back, its forelimbs like a massive giant sloth. It is not a
love
plant.
this.
This is
That's
a
so
creature.
cool.
That's cool.
The rest of you don't see it. Only Khan spots it.
I
But isn't that cool?
This is
That is
me
really
getting up in
cool.
the morning. That's what
So
this
fucking
is.
Awesome.
How did he get this real picture of Shane?
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Dude, it's like any event I go to, it's like, dude, you need to take a shower.
right.
Like, why do you say that with the trudge tree growing on my back?
As
Natural
all of you,
horticulture.
and as they see you, the first Kaukariki, this one, number 4. I don't know if you see it up on the map. I'll move it around. This one, do you see it up in the tree? This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one kind of looks down to you, and it throws a berry on the ground over right about there, and it's pointing at it, pointing to the berry that it threw on the ground.
Can I please talk to it?
You're a beast speaker. You took that feat for a reason.
I took that feat just so I can make you talk like a squirrel whenever I want.
Yeah, that's what feats like that are for.
I am going to rummage through my bag and see if I have like a peach or some sort of fruit-like item.
Yeah, you definitely have some fruit. And if you don't, Corino does. I have plenty of fruit here. And Corino drops their backpack on the ground, pulls a string, and it opens into a magnificent cooking area with like pots, and there's a hearth in the center. Pulls out a little box and opens it up. It says, have some dried fruit here. And hands you a little handful of berries.
Are we cooking
am
for
s-
the monkey? What's going on here?
I'm just
Oh,
giving him.
It's collapsible. Pulls another string, and whole thing collapses back into a backpack. Corino throws it back on.
You have no idea if I was still alive and able to eat, I would be so all over that.
They're pretty good. Grow in the high mountains.
Oh, I didn't know they existed. Okay, so she'll take whatever it is, and then she'll like, sweet talk to the monkey of, "Come here, little guy. I have fruit."
And it doesn't really notice that you're talking to it yet, but before you say that, you hear it going, hee, 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 gonna get something shiny, hee, 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 make them follow it, hee, hee, hee. And as you're listening closely, you hear more of these monkeys, these Kaukarikis. They're all kind of looking at you, kind of all cackling. Hee, 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 hee.
What a nightmare.
They're horrible. They're trying to trick you. Like, I'm not even gonna make you roll a perception.
Yeah.
You can tell they're trying to
Patches
trick
Dark Souls, is that you?
you.
You know what?
I guess that's a joke only for Mia.
Yeah, I don't get that.
She is going to accept that, and she's gonna make sure there's nothing really valuable on herself. But like whatever, she's just gonna leave a couple of shiny things around or something. And then she's going to be like, "Okay, fine. I'll fall for your trick." And then she goes,
Why? Where are you
Because
going?
it's Danny. It's
'Cause
Danny.
it's cute.
Zavid is just like, I'm not helping you, and he's gonna walk away. And then in real life, I have to go upstairs. So
Perfect.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I think that Khan realizing that like do you guys not see the freaking do you not see the tree monster that's going to try to kill you?
Yeah. Danny, I don't think you should do this.
Yeah. I don't think you should humor just these shitty little monkeys.
There's so many more animals that you can humor that are probably not going to trick you and are just kind of dangerous looking that you can befriend. These things don't
He's
give
so
a shit.
cute.
These
Hold
things do
on.
not give a shit.
Hold on. Giant tree monster. What giant tree monster?
Yeah, right over there. And
I don't
Khan
see-
Khan
is gonna-
points it out. You can
I-
see that there's a strange creature over
Can I
there.
do a beast lore on that?
Yes, you can do a separate beast lore on that thing specifically. That's going to be a DC of 40.
me
Danny,
go
you could
sort
also
out dinner.
do nature or arcana for Con.
Cool.
Fuck
Ooh,
yeah.
way
I'm
better,
gonna
Reese.
I don't
sort
care
out.
about the shitty little monkeys. I care about the big stuff. I want
Right.
beasts.
I want the shitty little monkey. No, she's
It's a
she's
shitty little
too-
monkey.
I love this shitty little monkey. I'll be right back.
Sure. So Reese, yeah, you actually did read about this thing. You just didn't see it earlier. This is a
Good
verdant
camouflage.
maw. They have excellent camouflage. They are what is it? Ambush predators. Ambush predators. They lie in wait until something gets close to them, and they lash out and eat and pull you in with long vines and slowly digest you over weeks and months. This thing, it will definitely attack you if you get close to it.
Alright.
It's mindless. It can't really be reasoned with. It's barely more than a plant.
Yeah, he relays that basically to Khan, and he's just like, alright, so we're gonna especially avoid going near that thing because it will try to digest us for weeks. And we gotta put on our sneaky shit.
All right. What we're gonna do here is it's not a regular combat. This is a skill combat. So we're gonna run it like a combat though. So I'm just gonna, since two of them are AFK. Actually, let's go to intermission since we've got two AFK.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can start this little skill combat. I think it'll be fun
Fun.
because we'll want everyone in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We'll see everyone in just a second. Bye. Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are back from our intermission. Thank you so much for joining us. Where last we left off, Lux Et Umbra was trying to investigate an obelisk in the middle of the Castrovel forest, and Khan had spotted a massive creature made of plants and some very mischievous monkeys up in the trees that seem to be trying to slip you into a trap. What are you doing here, Reese? You are the first to act here.
So I am going to activate my my wog, my yellow. So I'm gonna do
Sure, your
that.
orc powers.
Yep. And then come on, good. Then with that, I'm gonna activate purple.
Sure, to go invisible.
Yep.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is use a warp step and then end my turn.
Okay, but we're gonna need at least one skill in there somewhere. So like a stealth, I guess, would be
Stealth.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll a stealth publicly, and then position yourself. Let's see, what is your movement speed? Is 30? So anywhere within 60 feet, you can move yourself wherever you want. 42. That is a success. The DC was 40.
Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. How much are the blocks? 5?
5 each.
5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this roughly is it.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. And then you got the still. That'll be the end of your turn. There's a monkey, a Kalkariki, over on a stump to the northeast, and it is kind of bouncing up and down its back feet, going Kalkariki, Kalkariki, and it kind of tosses another berry out into the ground, out sort of near where the first one threw it, but kind of closer to the plant creature. Obviously, you figured out what they're doing at this point, but that's what it does. The plant creature, the verdant maw, though, it can tell the plants start to move because it can hear the monkeys, the Kalkarikis, stirring in the trees, and so it gets to do something. Ah, yes. Near your feet, Khan, Danny, and Zavid, and Corino, I guess, you see that tree branches begin to vibrate above your head as the canopy collapses in a 20-foot burst. I need all of you to make reflex saves. DC 40, please. Just not Reese. You're not in it.
Good. Good.
Good. I didn't want to be.
I didn't. I know.
Reflex.
Yes.
Even.
Corino succeeds with a 42.
Here we go. Give me a 20.
Is there any way that you could do mine because
Oh,
I'm
yes,
having
absolutely.
issues?
Fantasy Grounds being long for you, taking forever?
Yeah, of course.
No problem. Danny failed with a 31. Not a critically failed, though. So Danny takes 9 damage. The rest of you take 5 as you're hit on the head with a bunch of tree branches and falling debris from the canopy. Ow, 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 ow. So if you could give yourselves 5 damage, please, Khan and Zavid. That is the end of its turn, though. It collapses the canopies around you. More monkeys start to throwing out, trying to throw more berries near you, Reese. They're trying to bait you.
Oh, honey. No.
yeah.
You're
Oh,
cute,
monkeys,
but I'm
no
not that
problem.
stupid.
More monkeys, more problems. Exactly. So what's going to happen is Corino is going to say, we just need to get around it. Just ignore the monkeys. They will try to steal from you if they can. Swat them away. And firstly, it'll 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So the monkeys saw me go invisible, but they roughly know where I am.
Yeah, sort of. They know roughly kind of where you are. They watched you do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It like if you watch the Predator turn invisible, you can kind of, and if you watch it, you can kind of see where it's going, you know? That's sort of the situation. You're like the Predator. Yep. But then Corino is going to, I think, roll nature to try to identify some weaknesses. Because you can roll any skill you want during this part. A 40, bang on. So, there we go. Corino is going to say, just look out for the roots on the ground. Don't step on them. That means that all of you will get a +2 on your next skill check. So whatever you do, you will get a +2 to it. That'll be the end of Corino's turn. More monkeys throwing berries. Zavid, you were about to walk away. And you just had this canopy of sticks fall on your head. What do you do?
I'm mad now. They've provoked me.
Mm-hmm.
I was willing to let this go. But these monkeys don't know what kind of worms they've just opened.
Read on the monkeys. More at 11.
I look to Danny. I say, Danny, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to use my godly
Zavid!
powers to kill these animals unless you tell me not to.
Don't hurt them. They're just monkeys. They don't know any better.
That's right. Maybe we should teach them.
No, you can't kill them and turn them into, like,
And
your
dead monkeys?
dead monkey friends.
But then they'll always be with us.
I've seen what you did to the squirrels.
All right. Point taken. I'll just scare them.
Okay.
I have a thing for intimidation if you'd like to roll that. The DC's lower than the last one was for Reese.
Yeah, let me do intimidation.
DC's only 34. These are small monkeys. They're not hard to scare. Ooh, nat 1. Unless you want a hero point.
I am not hero pointing this.
Okay.
I turn around.
What do you do?
I don't get a chance to do anything. I turn around and one of them throws fucking shit in my face. and
Yes.
I'm unable to even attempt to intimidate them because I am now covered in monkey shit.
And they're laughing way too hard.
Funny.
Yeah,
It's objectively
hilarious.
super funny. The timing is really great, but Zavid is like his dark, almost like shale gray skin is starting to turn red with rage, and that's my
You
turn.
can
Unless I have more
move
actions.
and use an item or slash use a non-damaging cantrip if you'd like.
Let's see. Have some.
This is just a fun way to like use some weird items or whatever.
Yeah.
So you know
yeah,
that critical failure actually it brings you down by one, so you'll have to get an extra success going forward to finish
That's
this.
fine. You know, we like a challenge. You said this was going to be easy. Let's make it a
I
little more
did. You're
challenging.
right. Let's make it more challenging.
I'm here for it.
I am going to use. Okay, I have an idea. Are any of them up on like a branch?
Yes. I will. Let me circle them. Draw a circle.
I just
There's
imagine
one.
like
Ooh,
is
not
there
bad.
right, but like if I were to target the branch with something, would they fall? Right.
Probably. They wouldn't. Maybe they probably wouldn't die, but yeah, they'd fall.
That's what I mean. I don't want to kill them, but I want to like retaliate in some way. Be like,
Oh,
Yeah.
a kinetic projectile?
better. I've been carrying around these antacid vials.
Remember that.
And I don't have a need for them for most things, but they'll chew through wood, no problem. So I grab my antacid vial, and I yuck it at the base of like a load-supporting branch that has like one or two monkeys on it, so that the branch falls down and they have to
Great.
scatter.
Let's say that's going to be the one in the center of the three on the long log.
Okay.
That one I'll make it run away. Yeah.
And then
this
I'll
one
use
scatters to the trees.
Yeah, and any other action I have is just to get the fucking shit off my face. I'm going,
Hilarious.
fuck! God damn it!
Prestidigitation on my turn.
Okay, let's see. Delete item.
Very good,
I'll
very
get
nice.
number 5 off of there. So that actually it's Khan's turn now.
Prestidigitation, I make it stinkier. No!
Oh, did you want to move at all, Zavid, or you want to stay back?
No, all my actions are just from where I'm at.
Okay.
No.
Cool. All right, Khan's up. Yep.
What if I set the forest on fire?
Yeah,
what if I
that's an
what if I cause an ecological disaster? That would show these
Blow
shitty
up
little guys.
Castrovel? Could we just blow it up? That would solve
Yeah.
our issues, wouldn't it?
Yeah, can we just blow up the planet?
If there was no Castrovel, we wouldn't have any problems,
It can't
right?
align. There was
Can't
one time
align. Hey, actually, let's destroy Castrovel.
you actually came. There was one time you thought that was what Danny's grandma was doing here. I think you were joking around, but you were like, "What if she's destroying the planet?"
Let's finish your grandmother's work. Let's do it.
No, I'm just gonna do a little bit of fire. It's just
Okay.
a
Just a
tiny
little
bit.
fire.
We'll just raise the planet a little bit. We're
Yeah,
not going to
yeah,
destroy
yeah.
it.
Oops.
A little bit of
Khan.
ecological pollution and destruction.
I think what this place needs is more parking lots. I think that would really tie the place
God.
together.
I have, and a highway to connect the different
Yes, oh my gosh.
areas.
Yeah.
I hate
This is a
everything.
vision. This is real industry we're bringing to Castrovel.
Anyway, bit aside, Khan wants to throw alchemist fire at the big guy.
Alrighty. I think it has stats. Let me check. Oh, actually, it doesn't. So go ahead and throw an attack in the chat. Let's
Okay.
say it has an AC of 42.
Forgot which roll we used
Oh,
for
just use.
throwing things.
Oh yeah, it's a +3, so use Ilhistir. It's mathematically the same.
Ah, cool.
Ooh. Oh, critical hit, yes. Or 40, or not a critical, it's a 42 was its AC. So roll, let's see, how much are those? I know I have them written down here somewhere. Is it in your inventory? Alchemists. Fire Major, there it is. Yes, these do 48 fire. So go ahead and roll 4d8 publicly.
4d8.
Ooh, that was a pretty good roll. 4, 4, 5, 5. So you hurl this alchemist fire. And it sets a large radius on fire around the verdant maw, and you see tentacles start to flail. You could still move and do a skill if you'd like. That was just an item.
Yeah, yeah.
More fire.
More fire. I use my fire skill. No, I think I'll double down on the intimidation
Nice. Okay, that's
of
a
like, hey,
34.
you shouldn't be messing with us.
Hey, test
We're
out
gonna
that new
pollute- I'll
chainsaw
pollute this whole
invention you've been working on.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's too big.
Yes.
Yes.
That's too big.
Amazing.
Too big. There we go. It started. It's
I'm sorry,
gonna
I
be
don't know
that big
why
to
I feel
start.
so evil today. I really want to do something evil. I
Y'all
guess.
deserve it. Y'all deserve
Yeah.
it. You've been
Look-
saving the world. You deserve a little evil as a treat.
Listen,
Exactly.
we
Just
care about
keep your
Galarian.
evil
We didn't
away
say
from
shit about
Wednesdays.
Castrovel.
Exactly. You don't care about Castrovel.
Keep your evil away from Wednesdays, and I'm fine.
So I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Great. DC 34. Actually 32 because you set it on fire. I'm gonna lower it a little.
All right, I need an 8 or higher.
Elliot, you know I can't just
nice.
do that for you.
Nat 20.
It took me a second to think about what you had said. I'm like, keep it away from Wednesdays. What do you? Oh no.
I know.
Oh, come on.
Chris is
All right,
trying
Colin,
to
that was
be
a-
little evil.
That was a nat 20 critical, so that counts as 2 successes. So you just undid and then some what Zavid failed to do a moment ago. So, yeah, what do you do? Do you just use the fire as the intimidate, or do you do anything additional to add to it?
Excuse me.
For the bit. Wait, no. Do we?
You could throw more gas on it, just make the fire bigger.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
Con just like really quick pulls out her, gas compressor, fills a canister, and
You have
shoots
that
it
gun.
into the.
That flame pistol that you found in the
Yeah, there we
Acreon.
go.
Yeah.
That's perfect. She'll wave the flame pistol like over her head, like shooting out flames in big long bursts. She'll cackle maniacally, and she'll be like, "That's what you get for trying to prank us."
And I'm going to say another monkey fucks off. The one closest to it. Number 2. Yeah, number 2 also is going to run off. Con, that's the end of your turn. You can also move, I guess, if you want to get closer. I mean, to the conflagration.
To the fire. No, I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, monkey. It begins to run away from the fire. That makes it jumps down to here. Another one. Going to jump to a different log here, slightly away from the fire. Reese, but closer to you. That brings it to Danny. What do you do?
Okay.
And Reese, you're on deck.
Is there any monkey still around?
Yes, there's one just to the up and left of Corino on the roots of that fallen log. It's very close to you.
Okay.
And there are one other. 2 others.
I'm going to walk up to it.
Okay.
For the monkeys, we like to monkey around.
And I am going to. I wish like animal handling was a thing in here because
Nature.
I don't. Sure, let's use nature, but assume that it would kind of be like animal handling.
Okay.
And I'm basically trying to be like, hey, I'm trying to grab it and go, hey, stop your shit.
It? Or is
You
more?
can give yourself guidance if you'd like for a
Yes.
single action. So give yourself a +1, roll nature, DC 40.
If you fail, it needs to throw shit at you.
God, that'd be funny. 38, you fail. So,
Oh, hold on. Hold
yeah,
on.
oh, you can, yeah, you're welcome to roll a hero or use a hero point.
I didn't put my +1, so that means I'm
Oh yeah,
down by
each of you
just
gets another
1
one
point.
today.
Cool,
So-
cool.
So
So yeah, just don't add one or whatever, and we'll say you used it.
there we go. That makes sense. Okay, so we'll try one more time.
Yep.
And then let's add the +1.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
There it goes. And
There we
ooh, that is
go.
enough. So, well, what do you tell you still to stop at shit?
I grab it. Like, is this trying to run away? I'm like, stop it!
It
Stop!
clearly panics and freezes.
And then I give it a cupcake.
It sniffs it, it looks around, and then it climbs up and runs off into the trees. Let's see, what one was that?
Kakariki remembers.
Number 4. Okay, so that's going to be the end of your turn, bringing it to the top of the round. Reese, what do? You are invisible, and there's a monkey like 10 feet from you.
I wanna do telekinetic projectile and just throw some random crap at it.
Throw the shit on Zavid's face to the monkey.
Yes, actually, I'm going to do that. Yes.
That's so funny. Roll a telekinetic projectile in the chat.
What does that entail me to do? Because I double clicked it and
Let me check. Let's see. Is it not set up right? That would make sense. Your character sheet is a mess.
Yes.
I know that's my fault, but it's a mess. Telekinetic projectile. R spell. Here we go. Look at that. You rolled a 43.
ooh.
So that's going to be a crit on this thing. You crit, splat it with poop. So you want me to roll the damage, or you want to hold shift and roll the 8d6 bludgeoning?
I would love to hold shift.
Yep, hold shift and roll 8d6 bludgeoning.
1,
You said
2.
hold shift. I thought you meant I'd love to hold shit. Like,
No, I do that on
Oh,
a
I see.
daily.
If you're just counting the dice, just do 16 of them and don't hold shift. I see what you're doing.
Roll 15.
16.
Okay.
you know, I appreciate. You weren't gonna have them throw poop at us, but I made it
wasn't.
happen with that now. I was like, listen, if these are monkeys, they're throwing shit. Let's
True.
like be real about it. I'll
Uh,
be the guy. I'll be the guy that gets it thrown at him.
But as soon as it gets splattered onto your face, you start swearing up a storm, and Reese magically pulls the shit from your
You
face.
can't see him, by the way.
Yeah, he's invisible. And it
It's-
flies off and swoosh, and somehow it increases in volume and smashes this monkey and makes it fling off into another dimension.
Volume. I like that. That's funny.
Yeah. I definitely flung some shit at it.
So
You
Looking at the
can
monkey
move
going-
and use an item if you'd like.
It's
Or skill, I mean. You can
Willem
move and use
Dafoe, the meme of him and the lighthouse or whatever, where he's going
Yes.
like that as the shit's coming down at him.
I want to actually get close to this glowing thing, so that's where I'm gonna move.
Great.
And then skill wise, let me do let's I guess like an fuck, what's in this is
Perception is investigation.
perception.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go. On this blue glowy thingy.
It is covered in plants and all kinds of years of vines and flora and moss. But you can tell there are symbols carved into this thing. It's a very tall obelisk made of stone, as some kind of weird stone type substance. You aren't sure what in this, with a quick glance. But you can tell that if you were to remove all of this plant life, that there's something carved on here. But with that fire and everything happening all at once, that's about as much as you get.
That's fine. I'm good.
Okay. Then this Kakariki, what it is going to do, it is going to hop down, run over to here, attempt to swipe something from you, Danny. A thievery check. Let's see, Danny, your Reflex DC is a 39. It rolled a 49, which is a critical. So you lose an item, Danny. Let's see. What do I want to make you lose?
Your wedding ring.
Oh my god, that would be so mean. I'm not that mean. I'm mean, but I'm not that mean. Good god.
What do you mean a monkey stole your wedding ring?
How do you
Weird.
explain that to Bruce afterwards, honey?
Aw.
Don't be mad.
A
monkey?
monkey?
Make a new one.
On another planet, stole my wedding ring.
I know. You have a lap
Bonza.
harp in here that's made out of gold and jewels, and it is stealing your lap harp.
I was looking at that lap part earlier. I'm like, when did I have a lap part?
You've had that for a gazillion million years.
Mm.
But the monkey takes off with it. And now it is up to the maw. It is flailing and on fire. And this creature
Yeah,
can't really
poor thing.
move. So what it's going to do is start burrowing into the ground beneath itself to try and get away from this fire. I'm actually going to take you out of combat because setting it on fire was pretty effective.
Yeah, I'm
Reese
like, what
drops
the fuck is
invisibility
that?
once when it goes away.
Sure. And you're out of combat. What do you do?
After the monkeys are sort of dealt with, I see that there's like a thing moving back there, and I was like, wait, there really is like a tree monster? What the hell? I thought you were being sarcastic. Like, I didn't see it at first, and then I'm seeing this thing like panic, so I want to put out the flames.
Cool. How do you do so?
I just do.
Reese has water.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, does anyone have a decanter of endless water?
I
or...
have water arrows.
Corino might have something. 1 second. Corino
Yeah,
has,
I guess I'll try to pat out the flames, or like, you know, just the old-fashioned way. I'll take
Stop.
you know what? I got ant haul up. I can take a big tree trunk, like one of these fallen trunks, and I could just start smacking the base of the flames to try to
Corino
beat
has
it out.
create water prepared.
There we go.
So yes, water arrows, and then what did you say you were doing, Zavid? Sorry.
Using ant haul to pick up one of these fallen tree trunks to like just basically beat the fire out, like by
Oh,
hitting
sweet.
the base and just like
Very
batting
smart.
it out. Yeah.
Awesome. And then Corino will also come up and start casting create water at the same time. And I think between all of you, you're able to get enough of it to get that put out. It didn't have long to spread, which is good.
Only you can stop forest fires.
And also create them.
Yeah.
Only you can create and stop forest fires.
So I think as soon as the fire is out, though, Reese is gonna just yank the plant life off of
All right.
the thing so he could read the runes.
Yeah, no skill or no rolls necessary for that. It just takes a little while to start yanking these vines off, and I'll share this art again because it's kind of cool. And it's a part of the AP. That's a canon art. So once the vines are cleared, it's covered in simple, ancient-looking runes, and above them are strange, intricate pictographs. Roll me a society check. The DC is 50, so you're going to want to get help on this one, Reese.
Yeah, can I please get aid?
Yeah, you're going to want guidance, and you're going to want an aid from somebody.
Oh,
So-
guidance.
Okay. Who else has societies? Zavid or Khan, do either of you have society? I guess you can both help.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm an expert in society, apparently.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll
So you
help.
only need a 30 to aid.
Easy.
So that's a critical from Khan, so that's a +2. And then
Okay.
Zavid, do you have society as well?
Yeah.
So that's 3 total.
Hold on. Let me make this a side check. Now I gotta go get a delivery at the door.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so
Uh,
3.
Hop that truck out of here. Society. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, perfect.
Ooh, another crit. So that's 5 total.
And then Danny's guidance.
It was 2, 2, and 1, so 5 total.
So 5 total. That's what you mean. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
50 DC. Society.
Right, society.
Tough roll, but I know you can hit it. 48. You can use hero points if you want. It looks like you need a nat 10. 50-50 shot.
All right, let's try that again. Literally. There we go. Crit.
There it is. 54. Good, good.
Good crit.
Not quite a crit, but a very good
Damn.
roll. Yeah, a crit would have been 60. You would have needed a nat 20.
Oh.
So, you see that there are some symbols, and they're in ancient Castrovelli, but like older than even the version you're used to speaking and reading.
Yeah.
But then there's also pictographs above the Castrovelli, and it's more like hieroglyphs, you know, like they're
I'm aware of those. Oh no.
suss out what they
Oh.
are. And the words are view, mountain, sky, ring, end. And I just wrote them in Fantasy Grounds there. And I'll even put them in Discord.
Sorry, you cut out for like a hot
Oh,
minute. You
Did
said
I? I'm sorry.
you pretty much came in with and the word say.
Gotcha. Okay. So sorry about that. What you're looking at is a bunch of runes in Castrovelli, like what you can speak and read. And then there are also pictograms, like hieroglyphs, that are above them. Hard to figure out. So what you're able to figure out is that what they say is view, mountain, sky, ring, end.
I don't. Okay. Can I roll a? It's gonna be shitty, but can I roll religion?
I mean, I suppose. What would you need religion for? Oh, you're just trying to figure out what this is all about?
Yeah.
Sure, you can try religion. DC will be less high than that. Let's go 40. No, 38.
Okay.
Go ahead and try religion.
Fuck. Nope.
No. Zavid might be able to help you a little with religion, but he's getting a package, so think about it for a moment before he gets back.
Okay.
View, mountain, sky, ring, end.
I mean, if I had to make, a completely baseless thought of what it might be, is it perhaps telling us to view the mountains from perhaps a bird's eye view? And if we were looking at it from a bird's eye view, would they be making some sort of ring?
Maybe. Hey, Savid.
I don't think he has his headphones on.
Nope, he doesn't.
I can hear you. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Take a deeper look at these runes. He repeats what they are. Is there any religious stuff that this would correlate with?
The words that Reese was able to translate with all of your help was view, mountain, sky, ring, end. I've put them in Fantasy Grounds and Discord. You can
Is
roll-
it in a specific order? Or
That's
is it
the
like
order.
that's when you view the mountain from the sky, the ring will be the end, or view
religion.
the mountain, sky, and ring it to the end.
Roll religion, Zavid. 44 is DC.
Okay. Okay, here's a nat 5 for 41.
Not quite enough.
Here, have my extra hero point.
All right. You need an 8.
Okay. Alright.
There you
Perfect.
go. You're thinking, and you think perhaps everyone is focusing too much on the word sky and less on view, because you think that view could also be interpreted as watcher.
View the sky.
Watcher. Mountain sky.
Ring end.
So like watcher of the mountain. Maybe there's a watcher at the mountain. Somebody that's there, a guardian, perhaps.
Perhaps. The temple you seek is within the mountains. I have not been inside. I do not know if there's a watcher.
But what's the ring?
Hmm.
Do
Well,
not know.
does Castrovel have rings, like planetary rings?
No, has a moon.
That's no moon. Sorry.
Ring. Maybe it's referring to some sort of device or like installation that's on the planet that's shaped like a ring.
Maybe.
Or
Wait,
maybe a
can-
phenomenon we see from the mountain looking at the sky. There's like a ring, and that signals the end, perhaps. I don't know.
That makes sense.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of would be the rings that are in Riddleport, like those rings, you know?
Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
was
Like an actual
thinking.
portal.
That does make sense.
Corino, can you fly to the top of that obelisk and see if you see anything?
Can try. And Corina will start flapping their wings and go to the very tip top of the obelisk, the rune obelisk, and will say, "Oh, can see the shining mountains from here. The shiny mountain ridge. Can see Los Giallo where it would be."
Okay, well, that's helpful enough.
We're
Alright,
on the
let's-
right path.
All right,
Let's
let's
get back-
continue.
Let's get back to our inspired path so we can get there quickly.
Yes.
Sure.
Also, some like DoorDash guy shows up with like fish and chips. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was hungry. Away.
All right. Let's see. World map. There it is. So you get back to it, and everything goes gray again as you're traveling, and you're making good distance, good time, going through the forest via the netherworld. Give me perception checks again.
Perception check. Let's see what I perceive with my little perceptions. Damn.
Pretty decent. All right, Zavita and Danny both notice, actually. As you're, again, that makes sense. Reese and Connor are too focused on hiding your
Tracking,
tracks and
yeah.
tracking and all that. Zavita and Danny, you notice that the sky goes a different hue of gray. And at the same time, you notice that a lot of those monkeys, those Kaukarikis, start to jump inside of bucket-sized flowers, wrapping themselves in petals.
They're jumping into giant flowers
Mhm.
and protecting themselves.
Yep, protecting themselves from something.
Can
Wrapping
I give a
themselves in
nature
petals.
check?
Absolutely, roll a nature check.
Well, they're doing it. We should do it too.
Well, we're on a different plane, though.
Ooh, there you go, Danny.
We're kinda
Nat
on
20.
the edge of the plane. Like we can
20.
still. I mean,
Yeah.
they threw shit at me, even though we were sort
That
of
is
on the edge of
true.
the plane.
That is
Yeah.
true. Well,
Like, we
natural
can-
20. Nice.
Yep, she got a nat 20. So, Danny, you remember something that Corino said last session, so 5 weeks ago. You probably don't remember this. Corino said something about this planet has very dangerous mold storms, and they've been getting worse lately. There are tree-sized mushrooms that all release their spores at once into giant pink clouds of mold, and you pretty much need to take shelter, essentially. That's what Corino told you.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell everybody. Well, I mean, I'm gonna like lock eyes with Zavi and be like, "Do you remember what Corino said?"
I could never forget the many conversations we've had. Me and him, I don't know. I feel like I've made a lifelong friend. And I'm going to look back at these times about all the things that we said and how I confided in him about some really personal stuff. I will never forget.
So what did
But
he
in
say?
this case, what are you talking about specifically? There's just so much.
Remember what he was saying about the spore storms?
Oh, of course, yes.
And you know, like it's like a natural thing in like the wild when animals
Yes.
run from something.
Right. It's like, and my spells don't protect us from natural phenomena. That's right. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we may want
Oh,
to.
you're saying it's now? Is it happening now?
yeah, yeah.
I look
Mhm.
around now. My perception checks in. I'm like, oh yeah. All right. Let's hide ourselves. Can we go in? Don't you have the Magnificent Mansion spell?
She
Can we
does.
do that?
That's what I
Or
was
is that?
thinking of.
Oh yeah.
Before you
I'm gonna
cast it,
use that.
I'm gonna throw you on a map here real quick before you cast that. So you come to a stop
Ah,
amongst a large clearing that has a lot of mushrooms. They aren't tree-sized, but these are very big mushrooms and such. Uh,
all different
and
kinds too.
yes, many different kinds. I want to give me. Actually, no, Danny, with you guys with high enough perceptions, you also see that there is a somewhat shambled, ramshackle shack made of wood over to the west a little bit down the straight path. You kind of spot it from where you're at. It appears to be in ruins.
Well, let's go there to set
You-
up the door.
So we want to set up a brand new place that could be full of danger instead of
What?
just getting into a giant ass mansion.
No, you have to make a door on a surface,
Yeah.
right? Let's make the
Yeah.
door on a
Oh.
surface we recognize. Plus, there might be something there. We can take it, like if they've got anything like useful that was left behind.
If I had a nickel for every time I was in a magical mansion this week, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's more weird that it happened more than once.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Cosmo.
As
And
you're
Doofenshmirtz.
yeah, good Doofenshmirtz. As you're approaching the little ruined shack, it there within it, under this mycelial canopy in this tiny bush cabin that's been almost completely destroyed, you see a highly injured humanoid with purplish skin and antennae sticking out of her forehead. And in the center of her forehead is a carved scar in the shape of a ring with a bolt struck through it. And anyone can roll religion on that if you'd like. Or you can have Arcana Con.
Holy
I'm not
shit!
doing that.
Ho ho!
Okay,
Oh,
Reese.
nice.
All right, Reese. Still decent. Con,
Reese, you
geez.
just straight up know this person. Ralkawi? Is that you?
Right, though?
But Reese, you recognize this as the symbol of the Devourer. It's Rovagug's cult symbol.
Hmm.
And it's been carved into this creature's forehead.
That doesn't look like it was
Let's
Willie.
help them and not tell them who we are.
Let's,
They're
we
very
shouldn't just
injured.
run up. So we shouldn't just run up to them and be like, "We're Lux and Umbra, and we're here to save the world and kill your
Yeah, we're
person."
the enemy of your movement. Let's just be nice and just not tell them who we are.
Yep. I don't know how Reese would relay the information he has other than like probably like whisper down to Savid. Anybody?
Zavid says exactly what I said, but in his voice, and he says, "This is our first opportunity to talk with one of their cultists. We've never ever been able to do that. It would be really interesting to understand why they believe. We could pretend like we're potential converts and kind of
Yeah.
get their spiel."
Yeah, I'm down for that. And whisper, whisper, whisper to everybody else. That is what the plan is.
I'll
Cool.
follow my lead. I'm gonna lie out my ass, and you guys just need to help me. All right?
Oh, I'm good
Yeah.
at doing that. Hold on, I could look like a potential cultist.
Same.
So it's fine.
Yeah, do what you want. This is good. This will be an
Yeah, I'm
interesting little
gonna-
plan. What are you
Do have
doing
a
here?
disguise spells or ways to
Yes.
quickly change our clothes and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
I
do
have
that?
this
Can I?
stuff.
I want to look like I'm from the Game Peak wearing the Safari Scoutmaster
Yes.
outfit.
Oh my god.
Be like,
Sometimes
all right,
you
scouts, let's go. Come on, it's
Just-
dangerous. The spore storm is coming.
Just don't follow him onto a bridge unless you know that you could bear the weight.
Hey, let's not keep bringing that up because You already asked me once not to be evil on Wednesdays, and you just keep poking the bear like the people, the people. You let me die.
No, that's had to poke the bear one last time before.
When we play again, I feel like we're gonna make new memories, and you're gonna do something, and then I'm never gonna let you forget it. Okay.
Please, please do.
By the
Oh
way,
my god.
anybody who plays Peak, which I know Eldritch has done so before, is invited to on Tuesday.
Yeah. Even
Because,
you, random viewer, we don't tell you which Tuesday, but it's a
right.
Tuesday.
So I forgot we were streaming. Of our personal friend group, please. If you guys play Peak, just let me know if you're interested later, and I can set something up.
Noise.
But yeah,
Anyway,
Oh yes, you're
Reese
disguising yourself.
basically disguises himself as also as a cultist, actually.
I'm
Okay.
gonna disguise
I-
myself as like a random just hobo. Like,
Soon to be
can you? Yeah, like
no.
try to convert me.
I have Urgathoa's robes, like the clerical
You
robes.
do. That's right.
I think that's what I'll do. I quickly create like a version of that, but like I said, I've got the Indiana Jones hat and stuff from like that way long ago. I'm still holding
So
on to.
long.
Oh my
So
god.
combining it, when I say I look like the Scoutmaster guy from Big, that's what I mean. It's like I'm clearly posing as like a Urgathoan priest, but because we're in like the bush, like we're in the jungle, I'm more prepared. Like I look like I've kind of taken my priest robes, I've like rolled up the sleeves and I've wrapped stuff back, and so like I'm not here trying to lead a clergy. We're just getting through the jungle right now, but I'm
Okay.
still looking like who I'm supposed to be.
That's great. Go. All right. So go ahead and approach.
This way, come on, don't dawdle now. Or else I'll raise you as an undead afterwards.
Yes, master.
Of course.
And then I stop and go, hey, who is that?
Devourer, take you all. The end comes for us. Your death is inevitable.
He says through
Just one
pained
of his
breaths.
cultists. What's your name, follower of the Devourer?
Ralkawi. You are Urgathoan?
Yeah, well, was Urgathoan. Something happened to her, and now we're trying to figure out why Our Lady won't give us her magic anymore.
Heard about that. Don't know
I
what
don't follow
happened.
anyone.
She's a new convert.
Devourer welcomes all.
Listen, you're injured. I'm sure the Devourer would love to take you, but if you're here for the reason I think you are, then we might need all the help we can get. How about staying alive a little while longer while you can still be of use?
With the mother's gift writhing in my chest, I am not long for this world.
Give me a
The
medicine
what?
check.
Yeah, the mother's gift. Let's see, medicine. Medicinal check.
Ooh, that was enough for a critical speed.
Yay.
You remember back to the adventure in Osirian. Back with a woman you saved in the desert. Her name was Pushpash Sridhar. You saved her from getting attacked by vultures and pulled her into Bix's cabin. And you performed some very risky surgery and removed a Lamashtan
Oh,
parasite.
yeah.
Oh shit.
The mother is Lamashtu,
Yeah.
That's, of course.
mother of
Let me-
monsters.
I say, oh, her gift. You had me confused for a minute.
Yeah.
Well,
And she spits up blood. Not like on you, but
you know, you don't have to play host to her parasite to be of use. I can remove it for you, and you can continue to serve the Devourer a little while longer.
Truly.
Truly.
I do
You're not. You
wish
don't seem to be a
follow the
follower
mother.
of Lamash too, so
No.
I ask your permission to take it out.
Yes, please. It eats me from the inside.
All right, lay down. And I have them lie flat, and I'm like, I'm not going to use anesthetic. I don't think you would want me to anyway, so let's just get started. And I'll do risky surgery to remove the parasite.
Great. So roll some damage, I think,
Hey,
first.
Wait, can't you do something
Yeah.
above risky surgery at this point?
Well, I can choose, I think, my like the DC I want to try and beat.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not just trying to heal, I'm trying to take the thing out, so I
Yeah.
think it would just be.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get. I've got too many windows open. Gotta get rid of all these little windows. There's my character sheet. Okay. I would like to do that. Let's see. Medicine check and deal. What is it like? Where's the dice?
47. Nice.
There they are.
Or 42. I see. Fair. Still good.
How many
Still,
dice do I roll to damage them?
I think it's 48.
I'll do this, but also I want to keep soothe on hand.
Okay.
In fact, I think I want to soothe them first.
Hmm.
And that's
idea.
one of those ones where I don't use a slot. It's like a prepared spell, or it's
Oh,
like
sure.
a once a day. So I'm gonna do that and then do this so I don't accidentally kill them.
Great. Okay, yeah. So the soothe will definitely help with not killing them, so she won't bleed out. And then you got the medicine check. I think, yeah, that's a success. So you're able to get
And if you want to roll, I don't really mind rolling, I guess. But if I don't need to roll, we'll just role play it as
No,
I
we
like.
can. You could
fix
just
them
roleplay
up.
it working, suturing up in this forest ruin, and you managed to get it out.
Oh, there it is. There it is. You watch the tail. All right. And I look over to Khan. I don't remember what we chose for your name. I'm like, could you take care of this?
Oh,
You-
yes, you got it, you got it. She breaks it in half.
Yeah. All right. Whew. That thing really made a cavity inside of you. Let me hold on a second. And I've got like a latex glove. This is gonna feel a little weird. And I reach in. I have to rearrange their internal organs to fill the gap, so that all that it was pressing against their lungs and stuff. So it's got to resume that space. And so you guys just see me reaching into the abdomen of this injured person, just like, hold on. Let me go a little further in and grab your spleen, okay? It's like really gross.
Be
And they're, like,
careful,
writhing
the
in pain because
appendix
there's
could
no
rupture.
anesthetic.
Yeah.
Can I get some prestidigitation to clean the wound?
Danny, you're up.
Yes.
Presto that wound clean for me.
So you managed to
Presto
clean it up.
changeo.
Yeah, presto changeo. You get the creepy parasitoid out. Get Relkawi sutured up, and she thanks you.
Thank you. I was sure this would be my death. Miss my tomb.
I'm curious.
So you have to die properly if you're going to die.
Yeah, let's get a real shelter. I think it's time.
Yes.
Okay. Danny can absolutely cast the Resplendent Manner. I know she has more than enough spell slots to do so, even at the
Yeah.
increased price. So
Also
I'm gonna-
considering we could probably just have a long rest in there as well.
Yes, I think that is the point.
I don't know about you guys. I fully want to convert this person.
Oh, same. We're
I
gods.
fully
Come on,
want
man.
to bring them to our side. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm gonna try.
I was kind of expecting you to, so
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we're gonna do it probably in a very I want to kind of fish out more information from them first and get to know them a bit better, and then just it's really you tear apart their worldview by just asking questions and then bringing up contradictions until the dissonance becomes too much for them, and then mask off.
I mean,
Exactly.
if anybody, Zavid would know that the fucking best.
You know what? Actually, being schooled in secrets and being
Yeah.
a part of a cult,
Yeah.
I do know the cult mindset.
that's your
Yeah.
entire thing.
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
I'm gonna put Relkawi just in the top east purple room in that bedroom.
Give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back.
Sure. So yeah, Danny's able to cast her spell, make this magnificent mansion that you've all stayed in many times before, and you're able to get Relkawi. I put her in the top northeast room, because surgery.
Yeah. Anyone who wants to join me may.
Grease will-
But if you want to just play pool or something, you can do that too.
Grease doesn't get a chance to wear disguises enough, so no, he's joining.
Nice. Yeah, that's right. You're all dressed as Asmodean people. Colin, what are you dressed as? Or disguised as?
Yeah, she'll also be Asmodean.
Asmodean.
Do.
Thank you for strangers for coming upon me. Was very lucky you happened upon when you did. Smell the mold storm coming.
Yeah, we've gotten ahead of the curve a little bit. Sort of well, we can talk about the work in a while. I guess I'm curious to know more about you, Ralkawi. You were so separated from everyone else. How did you get so far ahead?
Well, our ship landed over to the east, and we were sent out on scouting missions in a radius. I was sent to the west, and, well, my gift I was wounded, and the gift the mother gave me was sapping me of my strength. I could not make it back to base camp.
What was your mission parameters for your group? 'Cause I don't know if we're like completely on the same page here.
Well, bioships were sent to each planet in the system. We're trying to find more information on the
Well, let's see, what did I have them call it? The reset. Yes, the
celestial reset. We don't know exactly where it is, but Avissa sent us to each. Avissa has been looking for it over to the east.
Right.
Salask has been stationed up inside the Stargazer statue. Been given orders to shoot anyone who isn't us that manages to walk in.
And you don't know who any of those people are.
Yeah.
Stargazer statue, though, do we know where that is?
Corino would. Corino can say, oh, Stargazer, got that statue to the east. Large elf laying on the ground, points to the sky.
Yes.
Okay. We haven't been that way yet. Good to know. If your people are over there, we don't want to get shot. Friendly fire is not something we want to avoid.
Salask is a crash shot. Sniper rifle from the head of the statue.
Well, Rokali, your injuries will heal up in due time, but I guess I'm a bit curious what drew you to the cult of the Devourer.
Desperation. Family lost. No future. They offered something. Community. Purpose.
Belonging. A family that you didn't know you were missing. I know that well. It's intoxicating, isn't it? Feeling like everything makes sense. If there's anything you have a question about, those above you assure you not to worry and they figure it out for you. Takes a lot of the doubt and fear away.
Less thoughts make it easier.
But tell me, Rakawi, is easier better?
No. Nearly got me killed.
And your family is still gone. They were not to return to you.
No.
No.
Nothing brought them back.
You know, Orgathoa used to preach that death is ideal. All of the followers of Orgathoa want to die so they can become undead and sort of revel in excess forever. But even that kind of falls apart when you look at it too hard. So what's the point of living forever if nothing changes and everything stays the same? You're just constantly living a hedonistic lifestyle, eating grapes, while people are being killed or screwing for your entertainment. It's like, cool. How long can that last before you get bored of it? Right?
Urgathoans do seem to plumb the depths of debauchery over time, don't they?
They do. But you had a family, and that's a relationship, a bond that is a lot stronger, right? And you
Yes.
thought you could get that with the Devourers, but if they're trying to end everything, it's sort of like, well, how long is this gonna last? Until everything ends and we reset everything, but then we won't be here for that, so we're not going to see any benefit from it.
There would be no family at a reset. I had not thought of this.
You know? And not only that, you take everyone's families away, so now nobody gets a family. It's just all gone.
And at that, you can kind of see a squeaky gear in the brain of the brainwashed cultist.
I'm sorry for bringing all this up to you when you're so recovering. It's a lot to think about. This is not just some normal mission of like, oh, our cult leader's taking over the world. No, this is going to affect everybody. This will affect people who don't even know who we are.
Yes.
And there will be those who want to stop us to protect what they have because they still have it. They have a chance to save it. And they'll do everything they can to save it. And I can't say I blame them.
No.
I mean,
Suppose
you
I
did what you
cannot.
did for your family and for their memory. And after all, nobody wants to be the bad guy. No one wants to believe they're evil. We think we're doing what's right.
Are we the baddies?
Eh.
Well, we don't have to be. See, there's a lot of things going on. Urgathoa, I think I know what happened to her. I think Urgathoa's gone.
A god dying? I've heard of such a thing, but I did not know I could live to see it. Thought they were tales.
Well, gods die, but usually at the hands of other gods. But not Urgathoa. Urgathoa, I think, died at the hands of mortals.
Lord.
And if a god dies by a mortal's hand, is she really as powerful as we all thought?
Perhaps not.
And these mortals apparently are the same mortals that have been a thorn in the side of all the cults working to aid the Devourer. The ones that have been foiling their plans, the same. They killed Urgathoa. Who's to say they're not going to kill Nyarlathotep or Lamashtu next?
There are whispers of this.
And she looks around left and right as though like she's going to get in trouble for even saying it.
Yeah.
Lux Et Umbra. They whisper of it in fear. You've heard of them?
Well,
Didn't know they had a name. They sound
Devour.
stupid.
Avissa is worried about them. Afraid they'll find our quarry first.
what if they do? What's the backup plan?
Power in numbers. We have bioships landing on every planet. We have recon teams searching everywhere. They will tear this solar system apart looking for the reset.
They will try. I would not underestimate these mortals because I don't believe they're mortal anymore. You can't just kill a god and walk away without gaining some kind of power.
Truly.
I think at this
You
point, I
might-
want you to roll deception or performance or something
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yeah.
Anyone can
It's
help.
been a while.
You're
What are
pretty
you
deep into
rolling?
the convo.
I have a +6 to deception, and I have a +5 to performance. I'm getting by on Shane's ability to
How
get
about let's say
into the role
Yeah.
more than I am on his ability.
You can have occultism. How about that?
Okay, that helps a lot. All right.
Let me
Occultism.
aid you there.
Okay.
That was pretty good. He actually beat it without a six. The DC was 40. He hit. Oh wait, that was Reese.
That was
I thought that was a
Reese.
V. Sorry, so Reese hits
wait.
it.
So what's the aid check giving me?
That's a just trained. So one from Reese, one from Danny's guidance. Con, you can help if you want.
Sure. Occultism?
Yeah,
You got it.
Oh, let's go.
just need a 30. Oh, that's a
Bro,
critical.
why
You're
should
trained.
I even roll at this point?
No, you're getting a plus 3 all day. You just need a 40.
Watch me not hit
God,
it.
it'd be so nat one.
Do
Yeah.
forgive me, but
Nat
Stop!
one. It is.
oh,
Straight called it.
I'm not gonna accept it after all the fucking rolls we just did.
That was so funny.
It's stupid. All right. All
There
right.
we go.
There we go.
No, no,
not
not good enough.
You need 13.
I do. I have another hero point. Guys, my occultism is okay, but it's not like my religion. It's like there's a difference of
You
8.
could have religion.
Can
Oh,
I-
jeez.
is there
Holy
any way
shit,
that
thank you.
is there any way I can offer him like my performance?
There we go. That's
No
enough.
worries.
His religion is enough.
Religion gets me there. Occultism
religion
is
gets
not nearly as good.
Yeah, we'll call it even 39 plus 10 is a 49. That still wouldn't have been a crit, but yeah, we'll call it a solid success. So
You guys are doing better at just staying in your roles than I am. I'm like cracking a smile every now and again. I have to like cover my mouth.
you
You're
understand
just
the cosmology
insane. You're
more.
fine.
Yeah.
So what do you say? This works. This is very much getting through to them. They believe you anyway.
Oh, golly, what if I told you that? Well, this is a safe place. We can speak here without the fear of any superiors hearing. But what if I said that the Great Reset might be a great mistake?
Thought of this myself. What brings you to this conclusion?
Because I figured out what the Devourer actually is.
It's a large bug.
No, that's just how it's depicted. And that's what Sarenrae and Serenites like people to believe, that she did battle with it and smote it. It's depicted like that. But if it was, they would have just killed it, like they've killed so many other gods. They couldn't kill Rovagug, and it's not because he's powerful. It's because he's not a bug. He's not even a he or an it. It's not sentient. It's a thing. And it's no different from a planet or a star. It's a celestial object that destroys things. It's called a black hole. She is like,
Yeah, you can see it's like the brain is kind of breaking, the
Golly,
gears.
calm yourself. It's power. When people pray to it and they are drawing magical power, it's literally not the power of the whole, but the accretion disk around the whole, and it's like they're drawing from that. It's a concentration of power near it, but it itself is not sentient. It does not love, does not hate. It doesn't even really hunger. It's characterized by endless hunger, and yet it is just a physical object. Something that destroys everything around it because it's like a particle. Giving everything up because there's a particle that's destructive? I mean,
That's kind of ridiculous talking.
it seems wasteful. And Argathoa's death means it might have all been in vain anyway. I mean, what was she going to do if it would destroy everything? Was she going to take control and have to share power with Lamashtu and Nyarlathotep and Cassandali? No. That would never have worked. We know these types of gods. They would not work together until...
Jealous.
uh,
How hungry.
they could not have shared the new world. And now that she's gone, there's a clamor. Who's taking her portfolio? Well, it's someone, a connection to the portfolio of Undeath. I know who took it, and it's the Lux Et Umbra. They took it.
I see.
I'm afraid the winds of change are not in our favor. Otherwise, we would not be scrambling here looking for something we don't even know what it is, really.
Truly.
And yet,
We've been told to just look for ruins, scrambling through the forests, eating bugs and worms.
How far has that gotten us?
Nowhere.
Exactly.
I stand up and I say, which is why I regret to inform you that it is too late. Lux Et Umbra is already further ahead than anybody else. And I take off my hat. And I shed the robes, and the my full demigod wardrobe of like the cool shadowy stuff comes up, and when I do that, that's sort of a signal you guys can like take
Yeah,
off your
drop
disguises,
it.
and we're all like
Yeah.
these demigods
glory.
standing around her. We're already closer than you could ever believe.
I see. Please, I beg for mercy.
Rokawi, I
If we
spared you
wanted to-
Lamashtu's curse. We saved your life. Do you think I would have told you all of this if it meant I was just going to kill you afterwards? I don't know how they do it in your cult, but that's a little sadistic even for me.
Yeah, our cult is way different.
Our cult is way cooler.
We have
And-
cupcakes.
You have
Yeah.
I do
Kool-Aid.
laugh. Actually, we crack some jokes a little bit to lighten the mood.
We crack jokes here.
Yeah.
We have fun here.
We have weird pets.
We're not like those
and
other
cool
gods.
treats.
We're cool gods.
We're cool gods. We let you drink in the house.
Yeah.
You don't even have to take your shoes off. Look,
If you
You-
can, please do.
I apologize for our deception, but I was curious since you're the first of the cultists to the Devourer that I've actually been able to have a conversation. I wanted to know why you follow him. And I was not surprised that your reasons were the same that I followed another cult. Not important who that was at this point, but it's always the same story. Loss, the promise to fill the void and numb the pain. And before you know it, you're sacrificing your life on an alien world with a fucking parasite in your stomach. Wondering how the
happened in a
fuck you
blur.
got here. There's another way. You might not be able to get your family back in this life, but we have the power of death on our side. If you want to talk to them, I can make that happen. But I warn you, if I were to do this, I don't think they'd be very happy to see what you've done with your life since they died.
No, they would be disappointed
Maybe.
in my choices.
Maybe before we consider that, we could turn a new leaf. Give them something to be proud of when you get to see them again. And should you die, by doing something to redeem yourself, you might end up where they were and see them anyway. I can tell you that there is an afterlife. You can see them again. But you can't do it if you can't do it if you destroy the world. You can't do it if you reset everything, because then they disappear too.
You're right. You're right. I do need to do something to pull back the pages of what I've done, what all of us have done and are planning to do. Here.
She reaches into her bag, pulls out a small box. It's a little contraption, and she says,
This is our comms unit. They check in about once a day, the Avissa and Salask, to let us know any updates, and we send back information. You might be able to hear some updates from around the forests with this.
Please, scanner. Love it.
basically, yeah.
I say, you've been of great help, Rokawi. I'm sorry about what happened to you, and
Thank
I
you.
hope that by
hate
the end of
helping me.
this, well, I hope by the end of this, there'll be a bright new future, a reset of some kind. If Urgatho is gone, there might be more changes in store. Good changes, I hope. I guess I would let her rest unless you guys have questions
Yeah, do you have any questions for her?
or
anyone?
comments.
No, I feel like that's a good place to end the conversation.
Yeah,
Let her take a
before
nap.
we
I
let
was
her
gonna
take
say-
a nap before we be like, hey, how do we get around your people?
Ah, yes. Let me give you a long rest before I forget. Overnight rest. Because I assume you're going to stay in here overnight during the mold
Yeah.
storm. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're welcome to converse with each other, do anything else you'd like before you go to sleep, but I have given you an overnight rest, so you've got your spells back and such.
You're just gonna take a
Alright,
bath.
That means I might have to change up if I want to do Show the Way and Wanderer's Guide again. I might not do those same spells, or I might just save the slot that I was using for that, and that'll be the extra slot for a different spell I already have prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to have a quick conversation with Zvi because I don't remember if I've ever spoke to Shane about this, or I know I've spoken to the rest of the group, but I don't remember speaking to Shane, so I'm just gonna do it in character.
Okay.
But it was basically about Rovagug and a couple of ideas that I had that might be able to get debunked or whatnot.
Sure. Let's find a place in the house to have that conversation. Where's a? Ooh, there's
Corridor's
like
cooking
a.
dinner for you. Oh yeah, there's a little
Oh,
fireplace with couches.
yeah. Ooh, and there's like a little game table. I love this. This is a nice place.
It's a 9th level spell. It better be nice.
Right. It's technically cost me 2 ninth level
That's
spells.
true. 2 9th level spells. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
like
does she
18
get
levels.
Does she get them back after sleeping though?
Yeah. After sleeping, yes. She just has to budget for it during the day in order to have it at the end.
Hmm.
So as long as we don't hit anything too massive, I should be fine.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on, Danny? Something's on your mind, it seems.
I had a thought. So, since the whole Rovagug thing has come to light about him being them, it, whatever. um, they are. What if there is no saving Galarian? What if there is the inevitable is Rovagug is going to devour?
Well, certainly is a possibility that I don't want to consider. But it's not written in stone that that will happen. After all,
Of course.
prophecy no longer works after Aradin died. This is the Age of Lost Omens, don't you know? So we don't have it's not written. The future is subject to change.
Well, speaking of future changing, this is just a crazy, wild thought. If shit's gonna hit the fan, what if? So we know that Galarian is basically just a cage for Rovagug.
Basically, a big electromagnet holding it in place.
What if you remember that book I had you read about the gods and it was Ragnarok happening?
I think so. Out of game, I don't quite remember.
You
But
also would
Oh, no.
remember. You remember hearing Gunnar talk about Ragnarok a lot.
yeah, he did. Yeah, okay. I think I have a bit of an inkling of that. Yeah.
What if we were to, of course, fight until we can't fight anymore, which is the goal. We've gathered all of these people, all of this information, continuing to gather all these people and all this information. But what happens if the weapons and the stuff and the people is just not enough? What if we were to evacuate Galarian, move them to a different planet? That's, of course, uprooting tens of millions of humanoids and creatures and everything else in between. But what if the possibility is
There's only two ways I can even conceive of something like that being done. The first is we abandon any plan to fight and evacuate the entire planet starting now. And maybe through our efforts, we get 30% off the planet in time, if we're lucky. And if we don't do that, and we fight, it would take a power greater than any single god could muster to move all life from one planet to any number of the others. It would be such an undertaking to move all of those people. I think it would take the combined power of all of the gods to do something of that scale. It's not something we can do on our own unless wait. We went back in time 22,000 years.
Yeah? What are you getting to?
That's a long time. I almost want to say time is not on our side, but if we set something up, or had maybe our pharaoh friend set something up 22,000 years ago, so that we could experience its benefits today, there's a way we could simulate the power of the gods without having to actually call upon their aid. It would have to be like a battery charging up over 22,000 years. Something similar to what Rovagug does, where it's absorbing from the planet. Every conjunction, this battery would absorb and absorb and absorb. And not just the whole planet aligning, but anytime Akaton is in alignment, anytime Eox is in alignment, any of these planets, anytime, absorbing that energy. Over 22,000 years, that would be enough. We would have to find a way back. And the only way we've done that is through the river Styx. And that was an accident. But if it happened once, we could do it again. Stands to reason. We just need to figure out how it happened.
Yeah. I can't see why it couldn't work.
If we could do it, let's say we figure this out. That amount of energy that could fuel a spell, a ritual, that could transport all life, including species of like plants and animals and beasts, to another world. It would not be enough even after that amount of time to create a new world, but we could populate the existing worlds. The problem is they have their own ecosystems. They have their own.
Of course. But so did Galarian. Galarian had its own ecosystem. Galarian was in jail for Rovagug, and somehow we've managed to create life onto it.
And even with all of them on all the, I don't think there's enough space for everything. We would need a little extra space. And then I think about it, and I'm like, unless we had a little extra power, and there's only one source of power that I can think of that would give us that extra boost. But to get to it, we might have to die.
What is it?
The Starstone.
Starstone?
In shit.
Absalom.
An awesome city. What's it called?
Absalom.
Absalom. The trial of the Starstone, if you touch it, you become a god, right? That's how much power is in. But what if we didn't just use that to become a god? We used that power to sort of change reality to a limited extent, to make a place that would allow people to leave the planet, should the worst happen. That means if all else fails with the Rovagug fight, if we cannot defeat the forces that are trying to free the black hole, right? Would we have the time to try and undergo the journey, the test of the Starstone last minute, to get the energy necessary to get everyone off planet before Galarian gets destroyed.
Maybe.
That
Where's Khan during all of
fun.
this?
To
I
me,
wanna-
I'm like, what
Mhm.
if that's what we have to do to save the
That would
world?
be
Is we
fun.
have to do the last test of the Starstone before Galarian gets destroyed.
That would be sick. Where is Khan during all of this? Because I know Reese is taking a bath.
Yeah, Khan is playing pool. I decided.
So you're
She
like
could
right
be
behind him.
eavesdropping if you
Yeah,
wanted
with
to
your
include
big
her.
ears, you could be eavesdropping.
I like look over and Khan is just leaning over like
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, yeah, like she's lining up a shot, but she's
Yeah.
like over here and is just like leaning in the opposite direction she needs to be. Like her hands are so far, her head is so far away from the table.
One ear is completely back like this to get all
Yeah.
of the.
Oh yeah.
I have to
all
do.
the
I want to
sound.
do a perception.
Yes, please. Ignore the 40 DC or whatever that it's attached to. 34. You actually, that's not very high. Khan is very stealthy.
You know what? Let me
For
try.
shits and
'Cause you're
giggles, Khan,
facing
roll a
away.
stealth.
All right.
Because this is
Let me
funny.
try it. No, I'm
That's so
in my
funny. You're
own
in it.
mind here. I'm not even paying attention to what's
Oh yeah,
around me.
neither of you notice Khan. Khan, you're free to eavesdrop to your heart's content.
This would be, but the backup plan of the backup plans. Like this is like if nothing else can work. If raising a dead god, Eshtabai, to fight for us doesn't work, if calling all of the united gods against this thing doesn't work, if we cannot defeat any of the other allies to the Rova Good cause doesn't work, this would be our last-ditch effort. Undergo the test of the Starstone in the final moments to get everyone to safety.
Out of care, is there anything, any clairvoyant, any psychic, any what are they called?
Telepathic.
Oracles. Oracles. That would be able to, that has seen the future. You know, like Doctor Strange, he checks all
Yeah,
of like
14 million possibilities.
yeah. And there's that one. Do we have a Doctor Strange somewhere?
I don't think so. The
I
closest
feel
is
like we would have
probably-
met him already.
Yeah, I feel like we would have met him already. I don't think it'd have like a prophecy. I mean, there's the Pembroke Wessel. He gets visions from Desna. He's probably about the closest, but he doesn't really see future possibility. Zavid did see a potential future, though, in Urgathoa's palace. You looked in a magic mirror, and it showed you on the battlefield all of your friends dead, Cabriri dead, and that was
A
when you
Tony
decided.
Stark vision, yeah.
Yeah, and that was when you decided that you can't let Cabriri win. You can't follow his plans. That was when you completely abandoned his plan.
Is there anything she can do to try to reach out into any universe, all of them, for a Doctor Strange-esque person?
Give us Madame Eva.
Con, roll an Arcana check, please.
Ooh.
Stradivon Zarovich shows up and goes, "You called?" Like, no!
No!
Thanks for freeing me from my prison. Now I'm going to be a creep to girls for all eternity.
Ugh.
Con,
You can't fix him.
listening to their whole conversation, you remember that when you were shunted into the past, you watched Danny's grandmother, a wizard, cast a spell. And you remember that you'd heard that it was heightened because of the conjunction. The magic planets, all four of them were aligned.
Mhm.
And the reason she was able to cast a gate spell to the future was because it was an 11th rank due to the conjunction. Certain casters are, I don't want to say gifted because it's kind of a curse, they're bequeathed a single 11th rank spell slot. And until they cast it, it like drains them and drains them and drains them. But they can cast spells in wild, crazy ways that you aren't in the rules, essentially. That's how Danny's grandmother was able to cast Gate to a different time, not just to a different place. So you remember that during the high conjunction, crazy shit, you can do time travel magic.
Or is there anything she can do to
Mother.
I don't know, dig deep and become a crazy oracle.
You have 10th rank spells. So does Zavid, actually.
I
Do we
mean,
have 10th?
Yeah, you're
the
19, level
problem, the
19.
problem with looking into the future is that it's only a possibility. Nothing is written, right? There was a god of prophecy, Eredin. He died, and all prophecy became unreliable afterwards. So, like, we can see a future. How that future happens or how you get there is not necessarily known to the viewer who sees it, right?
Mm.
I was lucky. I got to use a mirror that kind of showed me that details that were in Cabreri's plans, and that's why I knew, okay, this is a Cabreri plan. That's why I knew that this is what happens if we follow him. But if we go completely off course of that, we're in untreaded territory, and even if we saw it failing, it could be any number of variables that led to that failure, and not
True.
necessarily that the plan was bad, but like we're not accounting for
Execution.
something. Right? Yeah. We need to think. Ideally, we put off dealing with Rovagug for another 22,000 years. Ideally. Meaning we just wait out the conjunction and keep him contained until the conjunction's over and the magnetic forces return and just keep him there. Or it there, right? Over great periods of time, Rovagug should just shrink until there's nothing left. But the amount of time that it would take for Rovagug to shrink to nothing dwarfs by orders of magnitude the amount of time it would take to get through every single cycle of this cage sort of failing. So, it's either we think about how to just keep this going, kick the can down the road, try to destroy Rovagug once and for all, which is something that even the gods could not figure out how to do. And they already have, each of them is like their own starstone. They all have a power of what's essentially a starstone in them. So, like, if they can't figure it out, right, that might not be very realistic. And then, finally, it's our fail-safe plan. Getting everybody off the planet. If Rovagug is to come back and there's nothing we can do, the most we could do is get everybody off-world so that when he eats Galarian, he's not actually killing people. But I also know that that's an impossible. We can't save everyone in that case. We can get almost everybody, even with the power we were able to get from this like cockamamie plan. If this happened, there's the people that die in the fight, trying to stall for time. There are the people that refuse to go. I have a feeling that there are multiple nations and peoples that will not heed the call. They will not agree to be taken away.
It's very true.
I'm also out of game. I'm thinking of Starfinder and like the future, because this is maybe potentially what's leading to that.
Yep.
And in that game, there are notably some very like
It's very funny that
normal
you're talking
races
about
that
this.
are nowhere to be found in the Starfinder world.
Yeah.
Like dwarves are just gone.
Mhm.
There are no dwarves. I think elves are also gone.
I think
Oops.
that's correct. Yeah, elves are ancient history.
Yeah. Meaning these races that we think are just like normal, like don't get on the ship. They don't leave or they don't make it out. There's also something called the Gap, which is this period of history that nobody has any recollection of. So like whatever we do could lead to that. And I'm wary of us writing the origin of Starfinder. I almost would prefer we set something up for the Gap to happen, but like we aren't the cause of it ourselves. I would like, from a story, like a writer's perspective, I kind of like the idea of using the Starstone, proving you can use the Starstone not just to become a god, but to do something different. And that sets a precedent that down the line, when whatever actually causes the Gap to happen, and Absalom Station, which is fueled by the Starstone to rise off that planet before it's destroyed, whoever does that took our example. You know, of like, oh, well, didn't Lux Et Umbra use it to like stop Rova? You know, I almost prefer that to because I like the world and I don't want it to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't want to just write it off as it's too late, especially when we went through all this trouble to like fix it up our own base and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would be pretty tragic to
It would
lose it.
be.
If
It'd be very tragic.
if that happens, if there's no other way, I would accept it. But I would like to entertain the idea that we can save it first. And if we have to sacrifice something or ourselves to do it, I would do that.
It's like that part of like watching like Ragnarok and just
Mhm.
Thor's just watching as that
Yeah.
giant creature's taking everything.
Yeah, because
and
what
destroying
happened?
everything.
Then a bunch of them fucking died to Thanos anyway. So it
was
like
bad.
didn't really matter.
True.
Didn't matter.
You know what I mean? It was like,
So-
Ragnarok is really bittersweet to watch because you
True.
think, oh, they got them all off world. Because what happens right after that? They all fucking
Immediately
get killed.
after.
Like half of them get killed.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them just live in a like a really like impoverished
Dystopia.
town in Scandinavia. And that's what
Um,
happened to the Asgardians. Happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, Thor is fucking depressed because his entire
Yeah.
family's dead and everything he lived for
Yeah, it's
doesn't
very
matter
tragic.
anymore. So now he's playing Fortnite with fucking Taika
Noob.
Waititi or whatever.
Was it
Yeah.
like Noob Masher 69 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
So
I couldn't even blame him in that movie because I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
he really got the
I
short
I
end
would
of
be
the stick
fucking
like the whole time.
depressed too.
Yeah.
so the other option is, and this is back in character. This is a morbid thought. This is a dark thought. This
Coming
is
from a vampire.
yeah, no. This is new Danny thought. Just so that way you're aware. So you have to have all of the planets to align, right? To release him.
Yeah.
What about if we find the less important planet and blow it up?
Mhm. Blowing up a planet.
There
I
goes
mean, I guess we're
Alderaan.
on the track to find a thing that can do that, sort of. But like,
Yes.
What if we find one that has no life form on it? There's nothing there.
wait a minute. Well, they all have life, actually. I think every single planet has some
Yep.
sort of thing living on it.
Or at least their
But-
moons.
I actually just got an idea. You know, there is one planet that is, I
Reese
think,
just sits
itself
down.
alive. Maybe the key is to move that planet. Of all the planets
Yeah.
that are here, there's one that doesn't belong.
Nocturne the Stranger.
Yep.
That little guy, I just learned because we finished our Starfinder game, the one that you had to
Oh, did
leave.
you?
We finally
Uh-huh.
actually did it,
Nice.
and we learned that it's an egg of an elder
It
god.
is. Yes.
Yeah. So if we were able to convince it to veer its orbit off course, we would destroy nothing, and we would stop Rovagug from being released.
The only problem with
And
that
we would
is-
set up events of maybe Octurne would wake up sooner. We'd have to deal with a different problem down the line,
Yeah.
kick the can in a different direction, and deal with a different world-ending entity. But you know
Octurne
what? That's
wasn't
not for
here
us.
during the last conjunction, so that was one thing you found out a while back, was that Octurne is the one thing that's different from this to the last conjunction.
Wait a minute. So it doesn't depend on Octurne.
does
Octurne's
not,
just
no.
extra.
Octurne is extra.
Well,
Yeah, you
can't
found that
say
one out
Octurne's
ages
not
ago.
the answer. Fuck.
Yeah, yep, Octurne's not the answer,
What
unfortunately.
if we
What
threw
about-
Octurne into Rovagug? Like it would be devoured by a black hole. I mean, it's powerful, but it's a black hole.
Yeah.
What about Aposto the Messenger?
That's... which
It's
one's that?
small.
Oh,
Here's the thing. All of these, so that some of them are like they look small, but still moving a planet is like incredibly hard.
Can we
Destroying it is
convince-
also really, really hard. We have actually a plan for like if a big meteor is coming towards Earth, if we have at least a couple months of prep time, the way you have to deal with it is a kinetic destruction. And if it's too big, a nuke isn't going to be enough. It would just blow up on the surface. You have to get into the thing to nuke it. So you have to line up in perfect precision giant tungsten rods, these bolts that as the thing comes, because it comes so fast, it's like here at like a fraction of the speed of light, it hits with
such force it vaporizes the surface and drills into, melts the tungsten, and then as that opens up a hole, another tungsten rod is already lined up to keep drilling. So bum 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 until there's a tunnel that leads to the center where the last one has a warhead in it that then blows it up from the inside. That's
That's
the
a
only
super
way
weapon.
that we know that is affordable with our technology today to do it. Except it's so expensive and we'd have to get it all set up years ahead of time.
Con could do
That's
it.
real science. That's actually a real
I
thing.
have
we
faith
can
in
do.
Con.
Con, what are you doing at this point, hearing this whole
Sorry.
conversation? You're almost, at this point, I'm going to say you fall over, you're leaning back so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Reese
You
just
fall
walks
into
in
the
from his
table.
bath, hair toweled in the little hair thing. Yeah, you know.
Can
chilling.
Con just fall down like at the point of when Danny goes, or we just blow it up?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Shit. I think I gotta go.
Already.
Yeah.
Cool. We can pretty much call it here. This is a good place to
Yeah,
stop,
yeah.
taking a long rest. Yeah, we will pick this up hopefully next week. Hope everyone will join us.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out some more crazy plans and get to, I think, the statue of the Stargazer. So we'll see everyone next time and hope you will join us. Thank you so
Sounds
much.
good.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.